hopefully we should have a timer counting down to 0. If not, make sure you have clicked the start button in SNAS to make sure the timer is counting down. Next we can customize the font, color and size of our text. I'm going to make mine white, nice and big.
Oops, I think I kind of messed that start of the stream up. I was going over how to make a timer here, and so that we have it for the stream and all that. Hello there, Ryan. Welcome to the stream. I decided to take your recommendation to heart and start up a timer here, especially because, you know, I don't work tomorrow, so I can actually have the timer, you know, going and then actually go over 10 minutes or whatever. So yeah, the start of the stream, oh yeah, just heard the British dude. Yeah, that was the me going over the little tutorial on how to do the whole timer thing. So but yeah, I made sure to stop that there, so everything will be hopefully going as planned. And then we'll give a little bit of time while people get ready to come into chat. And the background music we currently have is the Elder Kings music, which is, I think, based off of one of the Elder Scrolls games. I don't know if it's Skyrim or if it's Oblivion or whatever, but yeah, we'll give a little bit of time for people to get ready to come on in today. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna be waiting here for a moment. Ryan Miller says, seriously thought I clicked the wrong stream. Oh no. There was a minor issue there. Yes. You know, I started the whole thing and then I remembered, oh hey, my desktop audio is still going. Oh hey, this video that I'm looking at is still going. Oops. Oh well. So what if I've maybe made a little weird moment? Ryan Mills says also I'd recommend more like 5 minutes, but I guess it depends until everyone's here. Yeah, I think I can change it. Let's see. Change it down. Waha, 5 minutes. Okay. So we'll give everyone a couple more minutes to show up. If they don't show up, we'll just start without them. Ryan Miller says, the disciples are currently trying to overthrow me. I know Pickle Mike mentioned that the disciples often go against him or whatever. Though in my playthrough, it wasn't the disciples, it was the pack. So, did you give the disciples any territory at all, or did you completely ignore them? And Preston Garvey hates you. You know, you can never make Preston super happy. Ryan Miller says, I gave them 1 park and the other 2 gangs 2 each. Yeah, I think that's what I did in my first playthrough. And I think I actually did it the same way. I gave 2 to the pack, 2 to the operators, and 1 to the disciples. And yeah, whoever you give less to is obviously the one that ends up betraying you in the end. Alright, time to switch over to Crusader Kings II and Elder Kings. So, hello folks, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you didn't get too confused. for those who are viewing this in video format later on, about the British dude that started us off. Ryan Miller says, I wish I would have known that Preston can't be your companion anymore after taking over territories. Still had some stuff to do. Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan. Though you're better off without Preston. All of us are. Alright, so Elder Kings. What is Elder Kings? It's a Elder Scrolls based mod for Crusader Kings II, which takes place in the second era. Oh, this is my old Crusader Kings save. Yeah, that's not going to work too well. Let's start a new game. So we have several different eras that we can start in based off of the second era. I think we're going to start in the Interregnum, which, let's see, 20 years ago, the last Akaviri potentate and all of his heirs were murdered, ending the Second Empire. Cyrodiil, High Rock, and Skyrim are now split between dozens of rival successor states, former subjects of the Empire who struggle with one another over even the smallest of resources. Most of Tamriel fares no better, with regional hostilities gripping nearly every region outside of Alinor. In all this chaos, is it possible for the Empire to be restored? Can any individual possibly hope to pacify the turbulence and stand above all the others, as the Emperor of not only Cyrodiil, but all of Tamriel? Anything is possible amidst the chaos of the Interregnum. Whatever. Ranmo says, also I caved in and am downloading Far Harbor, so hyped. Who just joined? Oh, just joined like the stream? I don't know. I do see 2 viewers here. Hello, random person who's there. Alright, so I've been thinking, and I think I want to go with the Dunmer. So we'll do custom game setup. Let's do realms. At least to give us a sense. So the tribunal kind of is all over the general control over here. Looks like Archcanon Farwell is the one that's in control. Ryan Miller says they left. Oh, you know, chasing people away. I scared him off. Yes. All right. So we want to start out as the Dark Elves here. Now we could start off as the big Archcanon Farwell dude. Do we want to do that? Also, I really love the whole switching between different guys. Gives you the little jingle of the Elder Scrolls. I'm trying to decide. Ooh, Archmagister Uvren of the Great House Telvanni. So it looks like Telvanni is... Oh, Telvanni is over here? Okay, so it looks like Telvanni is in control of this general area. This one by Archcanon Farwell. It looks like he's a religious head. Interesting. I mean, in my Morrowind playthrough, I did kind of join House Telvanni. Let's see, any religious differences? Civi, Velothi, Nerevarine. Rand Miller says, is it the Skyrim song when you switch people? I think it might be the Skyrim tune. I get a little lost on the tunes for the Elder Scrolls sometimes, because there are certain similarities to it all. Alright, I think of all of these... Okay, so these guys are actually Ashlander culture, and these guys are the proper Dunmer. So you know what, we'll go with the proper ones. So Archmagister Uvren of the Great House Telvanni, but we're going to create our own guy. So I think we are going to stick with Dunmer because being someone else just wouldn't fit. Alright, what do we want to do with this guy? Apparently I can't change his headgear at all. Alright, let's change up this beard thing a little. Ryan Miller says, if you have to name anyone, I call dibs on naming him Ryan. Well, then Ryan will be the first one that we name for our potential heirs. Alright, I'm not a big fan of the beards, so we'll get rid of that, and let's change up the hairstyle here a little. We have some very wacky hairstyles, but that is the nature of the Dunmer. Ryan Miller adds a little exclamation. Anyone whose naming would be appropriate. You don't want a girl named Ryan? Alright. I like the red hair color on Dunmer. A blonde? I don't want a blonde Dunmer. That just isn't right. Alright. Someone with strong features, maybe. Like, maybe that. I think we'll go with that. I do wonder, what ethnicity sort of things do we have? We do have a Chimeras option. That's interesting. Because the Chimer are the ones that eventually evolve into the Dunmer. Oh, you even have an undead? Draugr, skeleton, and outsider. You know what? Let's take a moment and at least look through some of this. So the Draugr looks like that, completely hideous. There's the skeleton, looks like skeleton, and this outsider. Oh, the outsider doesn't really change any. Well, that's kind of disappointing. I was hoping it would change something. Alright, now the Chimeras. Orsimer. Oh, okay. So the Chimeras are actually the, I guess, the different elves. So you have the Orsimer, the Orcs, the Ashlanders, which are a type of Dunmer. Then the regular Dunmer. And then you have the Chimer, which kind of look very similar to the Altmer a little bit. Hello there, Omar. Welcome to the stream. Ryan Miller says, I have two cousins named Ryan, one male, one female. Well, I guess possibly Ryan could be a female name. It's just a little weird. Yeah, right now, Omar, we're looking through the different, some of the different options for creating characters. Netics, I think those are, oh, okay, so Netics are actually more of the human sort of characters. So we got Breton, well, the more white human characters. We have Akaviri, who appear Asian, apparently. The K, who I have no idea what their ethnicity is supposed to be. So let's see, Netic includes Nords, Skulls, Bretons, Reachmen, a lot of the ones that you find in Skyrim. Yokuden, I don't know who exactly, I mean, they look like black guys, but like, they're not exactly like, unless Yokuden is another name for Redguard? I don't think it is. Hello there, Pickle Mike. Alright, what other options do we have? We have Argonians, and we have a selection of different Argonians. Doesn't really look like it changes anything. We have Khajiit. There's that one, and is there any difference with those? Doesn't look like there's much of a difference with the Khajiit. The Saasei. Are those snake people? No, they don't look like snake people. I thought there was a snake people that was kind of like that, but maybe not. Kamal, who are those guys? I have no idea who those guys were supposed to be. Then we have the Tangmo, who are monkey people. The Potun, who are, look similar to the Khajiit kinda, but are different. Then you have your Slodes, which are really interesting looking characters. Pickle Mike says, just passing by to say hi. Well, gotta go. I'm way too tired. Oh, it's alright, Pickle Mike. Thanks for stopping in, though. Alright, well, we've kind of gone through our people. Oh, the Aldmeris have Dwemer. And they have Falmer. Apparently the Falmer appear pretty similar to the Dunmer. In this case, I think they're kind of more of supposed to be the snow elves than the Falmer that we actually have fun with back in Skyrim, who are all deformed. Now the aliens look a little different than what I think regular Altmer look like. Yeah. So the Altmer pretty much look like the Chimer. Yep. Alright. Let's go back to being a Dunmer. Now we gotta change up all our stuff here. Again. So we want red hair. Change our hairstyle. I think we were going with the long hair. And it looks like most of the features that we were looking at have been saved. What ear options do we have? Lots of piercings. Nothing that necessarily sticks out one way or another. I think we'll go with just the 6. That kind of works. Cheeks, is there anything I want to change with this? Looks like cheeks changes up some of the markings that are on the face. Eye color does not seem to do anything. Alright, now for our coat of arms. Well, let's see. Oh, I want a party. No, plain, that's what I want. Lots of different weapon looking things here. Ooh, I have no idea what that is, but it looks interesting. So we have a variety of different looking things from around Morrowind, it looks like. Mud crabs. A jeet or something like that. I don't know where the bug things are supposed to come from. Those, let's see, what are these things? You know what, that'll kind of work because we're with House Telvanni. Ryan Miller asks, just curious, what kind of music do you listen to? I listen to primarily pop music, so I'm a big fan of... Ooh, this changes up the eyes, that's actually kind of neat. I think we'll do that. A black, well, what does a white skull look like? But yeah, the kind of music that I listen to is mostly pop music. Britney Spears and Lady Gaga are like 2 of my favorites, like pop icons, musicians, that sort of thing. All right, now what to call this guy? Norvain as the dynasty. We'll call this the... Well, I know a lot of YouTubers will randomly call their name as the dynasty. Let's go with... How about... Let's see. I mean, Rowan was the name that is the last name that I used for my Skyrim Let's Play. But my guy was a Breton, so we don't really want to do that. So how about... Let's see, we're part of House Telvanni. Something magical. Uroth just came to me. And the first name for this guy, well, let's call him Kale. Archmagister Kale of the Great House Telvanni. Alright, next. Well, let's do his education. Now, this differs from regular Crusader Kings II in that, well, for one, the values are much better. But two, you also have a few different options here. Magistrate, Warrior, Master Diplomat. So it kind of separates from the normal stuff. What we're going to do is we're Master Mage, though, because being a mage in this mod for Crusader Kings II is like really nice. So we'll do that. Let's add some traits now. We're not going to be a Kinslayer. Let's see. Legitimize? No. Dull? No. Let's give him some good traits for one. We could make him genius. That could probably work. And we'll make him strong. We're going to give him a lot of good traits to start out. Now, what else do we have? Master Schemer and Seducer, Pirate, Strategist. Well, let's see. It boosts Martial. Flanking Retreat. We have Adventurer. Gladiator. Equestrian. Nah, we don't really need that. Game Master. Oh no, that's experimentality. That can be interesting one way or another. A Mystic would be useful for someone who's being involved with magic and all that. And you know what? I think that's going to be it. And let's start this character off married. So, we are Archmagister Kale of the Great House Telvanni. His age is 45, which is rather young for a Dunmer. He has, well, he'll have 9 diplomacy, 12 martial, 11 stewardship, 7 intrigue, and 20 learning. Let's give a couple points to increase his intrigue. We'll increase his stewardship by a couple, and increase his diplomacy by a couple. Okay. Oh. And we'll do one more to martial. Okay. So that's going to start us here. Overall, I think we'll be pretty set. We're not going to have any sons or daughters, which is going to make things a little bit more difficult. But it'll give us an opportunity to get some characters. So, let's get started. Ryan Miller says, be right back. Gotta get some smokes. Gonna try to watch on data, but probably won't be fast enough. Oh, you get your smokes that you need there. What's this? Is a tributary of Tribunal Temple. Oh, we're a tributary of these guys then, I think. Well, that'll be interesting. Let's start it, see what happens. Alright, we have historical, major epidemics, default minor epidemics. Characters cannot start border disputes. We can't, or, well, should we? Characters can, through spending piety and gold, start border disputes. Border dispute wars targeting single counties. You know what? We'll turn that on. Non-epidemic. Do we have Shattered Retreat on? And the last one we didn't. And this one, you know what? We'll try it with Shattered Retreat on. Defensive packs on. Raiding historical adventurers. None. Rare. Let's see. Well, I don't know exactly how they'll appear in all of this, so we'll leave it at normal. And let's see, if we go all the way down, we have an Elder Kings option from the mod called the Ideal Masters. The Ideal Masters, the people who control the little soul area that you encounter in Skyrim in the Dawnguard DLC. Ideal Masters may make their deal with any ruler on Nirn. Restricted only players may make a deal with the Ideal Masters. Or off. You know what? We'll put it restricted. Just to give us a little boost. Perhaps a little boost. Or it could be something that completely destroys us, one way or another. Alright, I think that is everything that we need. So let's get started. And we wait for everything to get set up here. Alright. Next, you are playing a Dunmer Almcivi Archmagister. So we're feudal. That's pretty standard. The Tribunal Temple is the native religion of the Dunmer, the inhabitants of Morrowind. They worship the living gods, Almalexia, Sothasil, and Vivek, known together as the Almcivi, and revere the good Daedra, as well as extensive chain of saints. The Almcivi origin lies in the end of the War of the First Council, when the Chimer, who later would be turned into the Dunmer, won the war against the Dwemer and took the tools of Cagranek, the master craftsman, for themselves. Years later, Sothasil found a way to use the tools on the Heart of Lorcan and use the Heart's divine power to create the Tribunal. With their newfound divine power, the Almcivi did great deeds for the Dunmer and were in turn worshipped by them. Alright, so Almcivi bishops may pay tax to their religious head rather than their secular liege. Archcanon can excommunicate Almcivi characters, grant divorce. So, I think if you're comparing this religion to the base game ones, I think it seems rather similar to the Orthodox Church. As far as the Archcanon goes, being a little bit, well, it's possible, I think, to be a player character, whereas normally you can't play the Pope. I don't think you can anyways. I've never actually tried. Alright, let's look at our current holdings here. So we have the Duchy of Telvanus, which looks to be, well, let's see. We have one, oh, I remember. Diplomatic relations, there we go. So we have 1, 2, 3 areas directly under our control. Barony, 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 the Duchy, and then the Great House. Okay, so we pretty much have these areas directly under our control that we'll be able to expand upon. We're not making a lot of money right now. That's not too good. So we definitely have to kind of build that up. How are our vassals? Are they contributing anything? Not yet. Okay, there we go. So now that the game has actually started to play through a little bit, we're starting to see some of the values that are coming in. So our vassals are giving us a little bit of money, but we still have a lot to do. Now, the Barony of Telvanus here, we have a capital, a lordship, and a lordship. So we don't have any cities here, which is kind of disappointing. That's going to make things a little bit more difficult as far as, well, getting money going here. Because ultimately, city holdings will give us much more money. Alright. So what is our purpose here, I suppose? Well, let's go back to the realms. Now the liege here of the... These are what? What are these guys? The Tribunal Temple. Okay. So this is the Tribunal, and they also have some territory here. And they are currently... Well, we are currently a tributary to them, right? Or are we? I was thinking that we were, but maybe that was like an option that you could select? I'm entirely a little confused here. Another thing that I'm confused about is... Okay, well this is weird. A couple of the lands that are on over here are under, like, these lesser lordships or whatever, are under our control. But the main county capital is under control by the tribunal. Interesting. Now, is it possible that we could declare war? We have border disputes that we could do. It would cost a lot of favor and it would cost a lot of gold. We don't have the favor for it. My beloved Archmagister, I'm prepared to go to Vardenfell on pilgrimage. Sadly, rumors tell me that you have not gone on a pilgrimage yourself. Would you like to travel with me, your faithful servant? Your humble Muthressa Veros of Orin. Omar says, but buckets on the enemy's head. Oh, put buckets on enemies' heads and take their land. It might be something to consider. Okay, so there's a pilgrimage apparently. in this, which means that this actually takes some elements from Islam in base Crusader Kings II. Well, you know what? Let's go on this little pilgrimage. Could be useful. Alright, well, let's see. What do we need to do here? Suppose we could collect taxes. Let's focus on Telvanus. Hopefully it doesn't piss off any people there. We might as well train troops in Telvanus as well. Yeah, Omar, I don't think we're going to be able to put any buckets on people's heads around here. Though, I do have magic that we could potentially use. But let's focus on this. Trying to consider what my best option would be here. I can do carousing, I can do family. You know what, we're going to do family so that we can get a boost to fertility. As you stop for camp one evening, you notice that an old man in poor clothing has made camp at the same place. The man offers to tell you a story he has, if you can spare him some bread. Sure, why not? The old man starts telling you that if you would learn benevolence, fellow Saint Delin the Wise, patron of potters and glassmakers, Saint Delin was head of House Inderil, a skilled lawyer and author of many learned treatises on tribunal law and custom. And, yes, you would prefer the life of the world, but the next world is better and more lasting. Well, we gained some stewardship from that. I suppose that's not bad. Alright, so we can open our... Order Brain to join the Mages Guild. Oh. So we can order her to join the Mages Guild? Are we part of the Mages Guild? As you arrive in Vivek, you stare in awe of the High Fane and the palace of Lord Vivek himself. In the next few days, you will visit 3 of the 7 shrines of the Graces within this great city alone. So let's see. It is your second day in Vivek, and you have traveled to the Shrine of Daring. It is here that Lord Vivek uses power to convince the stray moon Bardao to forsake its path with Sheogorath, to destroy his city, and instead remain above it as a guardian. Leave a potion of rising force as instructed. Interesting. On your 3rd day in Vivek, you have climbed up the seemingly endless stairs to the Shrine of Generosity, atop of Vivek's palace. This is a monument to all those who died, regardless of class or house, in the war to stop Dagothar. It is customary for pilgrims to leave charity here. Well, I can leave 33 gold to get 50 prestige. I can leave 6 gold for 50 favor. Omar says, no, the pilgrimage thing, I don't think the idea comes from Islam itself. Well, I know in regular Crusader Kings II, when you play as Islam, you have an option to do pilgrimage to Mecca and all that. Let's see, do we want the prestige? We could become charitable. Hurts stewardship a little bit. Helps general opinion and vassal opinion, though. So you know what? We'll do that. Did we become charitable? No. You have spent most of the 4th day in Vivek wandering around, lost in the puzzle canal beneath Vivek's palace. And at last you have found the Shrine of Courtesy. One of Mehrunes Dagon's Dremora servants stands here at the shrine, awaiting the same courtesy that was shown to Mehrunes Dagon by Vivek in battle. Give the Dremora the sword as instructed. The smooth and slightly malty taste, refreshing with just the right amount of bitter. Ah, these monks certainly know the art of brewing. I can become a drunkard. or go for temperate? Oh, temperate hurts health? How does being temperate hurt your health? Well, let's go for temperate, I guess. Although we didn't get that one either. No. Oh, let's see. As you travel over the sea, your ship spots the sails of a well-known Nord pirate. We have a faster ship and the chance to eliminate this threat to pilgrims forever. We must stop these Newa. We might become wounded, but we apparently have worked out alright there. Alright, so we have 4 ambitions here that we could do. We can show bravery in battle, make a friend, obtain an artifact, or become exalted among men. You know what? I think we'd want to obtain an artifact, so we'll select that. After traveling up the Bitter Coast, you and your companions arrive at Coal Cave, where Vivek fought Ruddy Mayan, father of the Drug. Inside the cave is the Shrine of Valor, and many Drug, one must be killed for its wax. I can fight it alone. Oh dear, 50% to die. My retainers and I will fight together, only a chance to be wounded. I am sure my retainers can handle a Drug. I'd become craven. Well, let's just take the chance to become wounded, and we do alright with it. You are now in Nissus, a town not much more than the temple in which houses the Shrine of Justice. It was here that Vivek brought many refugees back to life, and cured them of the blight after being buried overnight by ash from Red Mountain. Leave a potion of cure disease as instructed. The journey through the Ashlands is long and arduous under the scorching sun. Suddenly a large tea house materializes in thin air before your eyes, and the singing mud crab who seems to own the establishment beckons you inside. Strangely, your traveling companions do not take notice of this stunning event. A mirage, I can become depressed, or last one inside buys the first round of tea to become possessed. It hurts my attraction opinion. It helps personal combat. Depressed kinda hurts a little bit though. It's only a 5% chance. And we didn't become possessed. Hooray. Let's see, so $597 to build that. And it is more expensive to build that. So we do want to probably build something in one of these empty areas. You have traveled inside the Ghost Fence and a short way onto Red Mountain to the Shrine of Pride. It embodies Lord Vivek's pride, that one should not doubt oneself, one's gods, or one's people. I will leave a grand soul gem instead. I will leave a soul gem. Let's just do a regular soul gem. Oh wait, content or zealous? Hurts other faith. Gives monthly favor though. Content hurts intrigue. Helps my liege opinion, but it could kind of hurt me in the long run. So you know what? We'll leave the grand soul gem. Oh, we have a little modifier here that says Dunmer Young. You're fortunate to encounter a large, well-guarded caravan heading in the same direction as you. After joining with them, you encounter several bandit groups as you journey forward, but they all scatter at the sight of the caravan, preferring instead to prey on smaller bands of pilgrims. Cowardly Enwa. So let's see, Dunmer Young. This character is a Dunmer, an elf from Morrowind. The Dunmer are skilled in most forms of combat, but are distrusted by many of Tamriel's races. Like all elvish races, they have long lifespans, and also we apparently take a big hit to fertility as well. By being a Dunmer. That's not exactly a good thing. After several long weeks on your pilgrimage, you have completed it with the grace of humility here at the Fields of Kumu. It is a tranquil and beautiful place, so you spend the rest of your day here reflecting on your journey. So we have diligent or humble. Diligent is pretty much good all around. Humble, not so much. Helps with general opinion, but that's about it. So we'll go for Diligent. I think we can speed this up to at least speed 2 here. Also, I have several titles that I can create as well, although it requires a bit of gold, and I don't know if I necessarily want to do that. A group of bandits has forced our party to make our stand. We are outnumbered, but with the joy in our heart from our pilgrimage, we have a chance to defeat them. I could become wounded or run away. Let's take the chance. And we make it through fine. I have returned to my court a changed man. I am truly humbled before the tribunal, and I know that all men are equal and can live in harmony with each other. Praise be the Almcivi and their divine blessings. Well, let's see. I got the Pilgrim option, which gives me plus 0.25 monthly favor and helps with the same faith opinion. So overall, not too bad. Oh, this girl is like really young for a Dunmer, 16. Omar might be like, he'd be like, I rule great land. Woo, this is a nice place. Let's hang out here. All right. Per point of personal, not state learning. Well, eventually my magicka should start to go up, I think, a little bit. I would think anyways. Alright, so we're accessing our grimoire to look at some of the stuff. Unfortunately, we don't have any magicka to actually make any use out of it. Now, if we go to our intrigue screen, we have some things we can do here. We can also access the spellbook here. And there's a few different spells here. We can also compose a book. But nothing here, again, that we can use because we don't have any. Ryan Miller, welcome back. I hope you got your smokes or whatever you were looking for. Yeah, we were pretty much just going out on a little pilgrimage to see the tribunal and all that out over yonder. Out in Vivek and all that. And pretty much now still considering like what our options are. I should probably try to put some of these guys to work. I guess I can have my chancellor work on improving relations with vassals. Ulmesi Telvani is very upset. Can you do anything good? Not really. Oh, I have a lot of powerful vassals. Like, I have a ton of powerful vassals. More vassals than I can afford positions. Well, that's not exactly good. Oh well. Well, this guy I can at least make happy. Thurval, the lordship of Thurval. The Dragonborn has been discovered by Boethia. Grandmaster Didier of Alcaire War Academy is the Dragonborn. Well, interesting. Unfortunately, we're not the Dragonborn. Alright, let's have our Chancellor improve relations with our one vassal we have here. Ryan Miller says, Far Harbor just finished downloading. Hype. Well, that is definitely a good thing. Alright, I suppose we need some people here. Can we do a court mage? We have your magister. Well, I might as well have my court mage be my my magister be my court mage. Just makes sense. And then I have my steward. Nah, I think I'll have my magister be both my physician and court mage. It just makes sense. Also, let's take a look at the laws here. So we have absolute cognatic elective, which means that the ruler in each lower rank vassal can nominate a successor from among themselves and legitimate children and siblings of the ruler. Dukes are valid electors in both kingdoms and empires. Elective succession is very popular with the vassals, but they will not approve if the liege personally holds too many elector titles. Oh, who's doing something here? So Noleon here is planning to kidnap my wife. And why is the council voting no? I do not want you to weaken your dynasty, or... Oh, weaken powerful vassals. Well, can I get him to end his plot? No? Bastard. Bastard. Trying to kidnap my poor wife. Sarah Gallos of Helnim has provided me with an undeniable proof that Sarah Endril of Tel Brenora is a member of the Kimona Tong. How should I use this information? Well, he's a vassal. We could arrest him. Ryan Miller asks, any tips for Far Harbor? For example, if you take a settlement, Preston can't fucking be your companion anymore. Or any other choices I should know about. Well, there might be something that eventually affects Nick in Far Harbor. Nick Valentine. I don't know if it affects it as drastically as Nuka World affects Preston. But I can't say for certain one way or another. What else would I recommend? Make sure you have a lot of ammo, because you're definitely going to need it. Definitely want to try and avoid all those anglers and gulpers and that sort of thing. Alright, you know what? Let's go after this guy. Alright, let's see. 48% chance. He only has 100 men though, so you know what? Let's do it. And we have captured him. And he is very unhappy. Omar says, someone planning on kidnapping your wife? Well, she is 16 and you are 45. Who wouldn't want to try to get your wife away from you? Well, for a Dunmer, we're still young, you know. And we're actually 51. I think we were going around 45, then we added a few points to it. But, I'm not going to do a successor until I have a child here. Also, I'm wondering if, because we're considered young, if that might be why our fertility is negative 75%. It could be. And we're gradually getting some magicka, yay! Alright, open our spellbook, and right-click. We can fortify fertility, discern fertility. Costs only 1 magic. Cast a spell between 10 and 19%. Ugh, that's not too good. Well, what about her fertility? Less than 0%. Oh dear. Our wife is not very fertile at all. But again, I think it's because, well, we're young. So, what do we do about her? Well, we can't fortify her fertility yet. It looks like we need at least a few more points in, so we'll just close the spellbook here. And I think we can speed it up a little bit more now. So yeah, I think our overall goal right now is let some time pass. Then we can build up a city here. Over in Sadas or Lulthanis. Ryan Miller asks, do you know who the YouTuber Oxhorn is? Yes, I do. I think he does a lot of videos on Skyrim, or not Skyrim. Well, he might do stuff on Skyrim, but Fallout 4 is what I've seen most of his videos about. Ooh, it looks like the influence of the Tribunal Temple actually extends out rather far. I didn't know that it's extended out this far. Omar says, 51, and that is young? How long do you live for? Question, are you old enough to play games rated violence? That's a good question. Well, since we don't have a, rating bureau or whatever, I suppose so. Ryan Miller says, yep, I knew you were a man of class. Yeah, I've seen him. I mean, like, I will say he's not like my top YouTuber, but I have seen his videos, and I might subscribe to him. Maybe, or at least I get suggested videos from him enough to at least see them every once in a while. Yeah, if I had to say who my top YouTubers were, it would be between Matt Shea and Call Me Kevin. Oh, and Up Is Not Jump as well, though he doesn't post nearly enough as he should. Ryan Miller says, who's your top YouTuber? Although it might be, that question may have come up just a couple seconds after I mentioned who I mentioned. But yeah, those three that I mentioned are the ones that are like in the rankings, and it goes back and forth as to who's the better one. Grrr, I need more money. More money. What else can I do to make people happy around me, or my vassals happy? You're at negative 34. Oh, short reign, that's probably part of it. There's a much bigger short reign penalty here than normal CK2. Ryan Miller says, I don't know who the first two people were you mentioned. What kind of content do they make? Well, Matt Shea and Call Me Kevin are both, they do short videos most of the time. And they do a bit of a random mix of videos. I know Matt Shea does a lot of free games. He's done some VR, that sort of thing. And then he has a lot of stuff that he's done with The Sims 4 or The Sims 3 as well. Call Me Kevin also has done stuff with The Sims. But he's also done various other smaller games. Like, he's done things with Fallout. And Call Me Kevin is a lot more comedic in his things. One good thing that I will say about Call Me Kevin is his videos generally don't really spoil much about the games that he does. So it's a nice way of giving a view of the game. And oh, Ryan Miller says, oh, I misunderstood you the first time. I know who Call Me Kevin is. Yay! And yeah, the third YouTuber that I mentioned is Up Is Not Jump. And like, he used to do some really good videos that involved, you know, creating various scenes in Fallout 4, Machinima, that sort of thing. Ryan Miller asks, do you know who Nakey Jakey is? I do not. The Kingdom of Morrowind is this massive area. So we have a lot of area that we kind of need to take over here. My alchemy kit arrived with a small book containing instructions for how to mix different substances without causing things to explode or start burning. Starts burning. Bleh. It might not be a good idea to read the book before fiddling with the alchemical ingredients. Careful now, starts fiddling with alchemy without prior knowledge. We'll read up on it first. Oh, I should be careful. I still remember what happened to my uncle. The liquid dripped through the labyrinth of glass bottles, blown in various forms and sizes. As it reached the end of the funnel, A drop of liquid quivered on the edge before it slowly fell towards the waiting bowl. What will Breton say when she sees my face? 50% of lead and gold, 50% of exploding experiment. The disappointment I felt when the liquid solidified was quickly replaced by joy when I realized that, instead of a philosopher's stone, I had created gold. I have created gold. So let's see. I get the alchemist trait, gain some wealth, and gain some health. Ryan Miller says, "Oh man, Nakey Jakey is absolutely hilarious. I implore you to look him up on YouTube. He talks a lot about PS2 era games. And love RT Games stream highlights." I think I've seen something from RT Games before. It sounds familiar. My liege, my mission to Telvanus has been a success. So Sarah Kovan, that's the one I wanted to improve? I think so. Also, one thing that I noticed is the one guy that I have captured, apparently, well, he has a very low opinion of me. Oh, his opinion went up randomly. Hooray. But yeah, we need to revoke his title. Are they not? Okay, revoke the title for 25 prestige. This will lower Sarah Endrill's opinion of you by 60 and your other vassals by 15. What the hell? I can humiliate him, castrate him, turn him into a eunuch. This decision is available as he's declared war, rebelled against you, or is a potential claimant or pretender. This will not remove their claim if they have one. However, it prevents them from reproducing. We could also blind him. I might become cruel. I could throw him in the oubliette. I could execute him. Though it'll be viewed as tyrannical, I could banish him. And let's see. Oh, still. I don't think it was meant to hurt me, but the criticism still stung harder than it should have. An eye for an eye, wrath. Or I'll turn the other cheek, patient. I think we'll do patient. Alright, what do I do with this guy? Well, making him a eunuch is probably among the best options there. I could plot to kill him, though that might make me a known murderer, so I don't know if we want to do that. How's my magicka doing? It's getting there. Let's see. Let's open the spellbook and see what we can do with this guy. Beguiling presence. Wereword. Deaden fear. I could drain his health while putting him in the oubliette. Might do it. Well, let's discern his health to see what he has. Between 6 and 7. So if we put him in the oubliette, that reduces it by 2. Let's close the spellbook first. Next, open the spellbook. And drain his health. So I currently have 15 magicka. I could cast a greater version for 15 magicka. You know what? We're going to do that. And hopefully this guy will die in prison pretty soon. And I suppose I can just close my spell book for the time being now. Oh, I have a whole bunch of people that I can arrest now. What the hell? Ryan Miller says, so is there a stream schedule for what games you play on what days, or is it whatever you want to do? Well, right now the only set thing is really Tuesdays and Thursdays for Fallout 4. Right now, Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday are kind of up in the air. I'm kind of gonna let this stream like happen and see what happens with it. If it gets a good amount of views, I might consider going with it for something else. If it doesn't do very well, or if it does well, I might continue it. If it doesn't do well, I might consider a different game. Archmagister Kael of the Great House Telvanni has inherited Lordship of Tel Brenora. Is he dead then? He is dead. Died in the dungeons of Archmagister Kael. Okay, so that seems to work pretty well. You just capture them, then you do a drain health spell on them, and it seems to work pretty well for killing the people. Arrange marriage. My courtier and this martial dude. Sure, why not? Alright. Looks like most other people here are relatively liking me. This guy could be better, though. Who are you at? Chancellor, let's move you over here now. Alright, good news. We almost have enough gold to start building our first city. That will hopefully help us out a bit. Small farm would help tax income, but other than that, it looks like everything else here... Oh wait, Hunter's Hut. That would help tax income. Ryan Miller asks, any potential replacement games in mind? I'm not sure. I want something that's going to help grow the channel. You know, I'm like 4 away from hitting 300, and I really want to hit that 300. So, I don't know. I know definitely like in November I want to do Total War Warhammer again as the Vampire Coast DLC comes out. Let's see. Though of somewhat dubious provenance, Muthsera Gallos of Helnim has presented me with evidence that Muthsera Ethel of Firewatch is plotting treason against me. How should I respond? Well, isn't this the person that took over the one place? Denounce her so we can arrest her. Oh, why do you not want to do it? Council, you guys are sucky. You really are. Stability of the council? Oh, is that because Muthsera Gallos is on the council? Yes. Muthsera Veros. Returning a favor. Oh, okay. So there's a whole bunch of favors going on right now. Grr, darn you people. Well, that means that I can't exactly request council support yet. At least not until after. Yeah, as soon as the favor stuff is done, then I can probably get greater council support going on. Alright, Magicka is at 9 right now. Let's wait till it's actually at 15. Then once it's at 15, we'll do more. And I can join the Mages Guild now. Excellent. Let's do that. Greetings, Archmagister Kael. It is our pleasure to welcome you to the Mages Guild. We seek to unravel the mysteries of the arcane, and also to serve those who have need of our special talents and abilities. Remember that knowledge is meant to be shared for the benefit of all, but remember to be cautious concerning what knowledge you delve into. From Archmagister Shalador, who is like 3,000 years old. Alright, you are inviting me, my vassal, to a plot to fabricate evidence of her misdeeds. Wait, who's the one that I'm trying to, There's so many people that I have to arrest. So Ethel here is Well, as far as I can tell, she's maybe not too bad. Or what are known plots, actually, is probably a better thing to look at. Let's pause it. Alright, anyone? Okay, so Ulmesi is targeting me. That's not a good thing. Veros is targeting my wife. Nolian is targeting my wife. And Gallos is targeting Veros, my chancellor. Oh, so much is going on. We'll let it go for now. Ryan Miller says, I'm not encouraging you to play games you don't want to, but for growing your platform, I would recommend games that are in at the moment. Though depending on what games you play, may bring in certain demographics that may not be desirable. Well, anything that you would recommend? I will say Fortnite is kind of out of the question. Not really interested in Fortnite. We're almost there, like another 100-something gold, and we'll be ready. Ryan Miller says, I took 3 years in high school and an online lecture course on what was essentially marketing. Yeah, I never did take a marketing class. That is kind of disappointing. I should have probably did something like that at one point. Marana, the wife of Count Ignos of Arius, has been spending a few days in Telvanus. It's been a very nice experience. Should we sign a non-aggression pact? Arius. Where is Arius? Message log. How do we... Wait. Find title or region? Arius. All the way over here. It changes nothing. Ryan Miller says, I generally would not watch you if you played Fortnite. Fortnite was the undesirable demographic I was talking about. It's all little kids, yes. Yeah, there's not too much interest in Fortnite. I guess the big problem is I like strategy games and I like role-playing games. So, one thing I will say that I've been thinking of, and I haven't done it yet on the channel, but it might be useful, is to check out The Sims 4. I haven't played The Sims 4 on the channel, but I know it's been an in for quite a couple YouTubers, so it would be something to consider. I would actually have to download it again onto my PC here, because I have not done that. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, let's see, that's yearly income. I think I'd actually benefit more from building those hunters' huts first. So we'll actually build those. Oh, we have a hunter's hut here. Oh, a toll station, though. Did I have a toll station here? Oh, this one has, like, almost nothing. Ryan Miller says, I would recommend that one open world game where you play as a female and fight big robot things. It's relatively new. I can't remember the name. Horizon Zero Dawn? Apparently it's freaking amazing and has some pretty deep RPG elements. It's not bad. The only thing I would say is it's kind of as limited as Spider-Man is. Like, you know, it has a story and all that, but then after that, it's kind of like, it's not as expansive as Fallout. Some prospective students of magic are visiting the guild hall and would like to learn the basics of magic as self-defense. I suppose I can teach them. Today's lesson will be illusion. Here, how to soothe a savage beast. In this demonstration, a caged wolf will be unleashed at me. With a calm spell, the animal will be dissuaded from aggression. Let's begin. And the fierce wolf charges towards me, and I unleash a ball of glowing energy that enters the beast's brain, causing it to immediately stop in place. It then peacefully wanders about and is herded into a cage. I explain how the situation is so, as the clients take notes. Thank you all for coming. Well, I got some renown for the society. I have 245 right now. Gaining 10.5 every month, I think? Is it? Well, we went over into the month, yeah. So we gain 10.5 every month just from our learning. Ryan Mailer says, or not necessarily an in-game, but great well-known games as well, such as Fallout 3 or New Vegas. Well, I mean, it is something to consider. Omar says, LOL, Ryan, Google a game where you play as a female and fight big robot things. You get Horizon Zero Dawn. You gotta love how Google is able to take those descriptions. And it works. Ryan says, by the way, I would watch the hell out of a New Vegas or Fallout 3 playthrough. I never get along with Jarl Harkin the Powerful, but now it's getting worse. The feeling is mutual. We can become bitter rivals. Screw you, Jarl Harkin. Well, I guess one thing I would ask is, what would you guys think of me playing through either Oblivion or maybe doing another Skyrim playthrough? Because that's another thing that I've considered as well. Particularly for Skyrim, I was thinking of using some of my mods to do like a Star Wars related Skyrim playthrough. Uh-oh, we have epidemics. Ryan Miller says, I would discourage an online fighting games or most online games in general. I mean, Fallout 76, I know I'm definitely going to go through. That's pretty much a given. We'll see how it pans out in the scope of things. But that I'm going to probably... My general idea is have Fallout 76 replace Fallout 4, so that'll be at least Tuesdays and Thursdays. I kind of had like a story planned out that would involve Fallout 76 leading to Fallout 3 to Fallout New Vegas. But again, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, if it would be better for the channel to maybe do Fallout 3 now, then maybe that's something to consider. And I'm happy with my wife. Hooray! Alright, I also realized I have magic now. So let's open our skill book. Or spell book. Blech. Oh, I lost the counselor. Let's pause it for a moment. Let's fortify her fertility. We'll use the greater spell, and then we'll fortify our fertility and use the greater spell. Alright, and if we discern her fertility... Cast it. Still less than 0? Really? Oh, hell. Oh, that only helped 15%. Ugh. So we're still not going to have any babies with our wife. Ryan Miller says, I'm not a huge fan of the Elder Scrolls, but I've never played more than 30 minutes of Oblivion, so it'd be cool to watch, and Skyrim would be fun to watch you play. Well, that's definitely something to consider. Alright, so we lost our marshal. He was actually a decent marshal. Well, we can put this guy in. He's not too bad. And I should probably go through and do more upgrading things. Toll stations, I need just a little bit more gold. Also, do I have... Oh, this place, this Lordship of Tel Bernora is under my control here. That's interesting. Oh, I gotta close my skill book here. Omar says, Oblivion is like Skyrim but low on graphics. And Ryan Miller says, there are a lot of people that have played Fallout 3 on YouTube and Twitch, so I would recommend New Vegas between the two to differentiate, but you do you. Well, the only thing I'll say is that I had like a storyline, because me, I'm big on story, like setting up my own story. That's, you know, how I play a lot of Fallout 3 and Skyrim and all that. You know, I create a character and I create a story for them. And I like the idea of creating a character in Fallout 3 that doesn't exactly follow the base game story. Hello there, Franco, yo boy. This mod is Elder Kings for Crusader Kings II here. Or, yeah, Crusader Kings II. So, it's pretty much a Elder Scrolls themed mod. It's available both on the Paradox forums as well as on Steam. I think the version that's on Steam is the same as the one that's on Paradox. It says that it's a... Oh, hit my desk there. It says that it's a little... like it's compatible a few versions ago. But as far as playing it through, I haven't had any real issues. A new bird has arrived. Well, let's start reading the book. Omar says to Ryan, I don't blame you if you carry too much. You can't walk at all. You have to drop stuff. Oh, as far as getting into Oblivion? Wait, let's see. Hold on. You said something there. Yeah, Oblivion. Yeah, Oblivion, I mean, yeah, that whole being completely stopped when you're overburdened kind of hurts a little. I've been spending more time. Oh, our wife is more love. Yes, Franco, we're talking about Oblivion. We're trying to come up with ideas here of potential games to play if this video doesn't seem to do as well as possible. Ryan Miller says that would be cool to watch with your own lore. I love that stuff. One of the main reasons I watch Oxhorn, he does his own Fallout 4 lore. Yeah, I've never really done... If there was ever like a specific lore sort of series that I would do, it would be Star Wars related. Because I have a lot of like headcanon ideas that go into Star Wars lore, especially Star Wars, the expanded universe, that I've never really set out, other than maybe in some of my role-playing communities. Franco says, I think you should make the law central power get domain 1 and vassal +5. Oh, let's see. Basic enchanted items such as warding amulets. Franco, thanks for the sub. Let's see. Basic enchanted items such as warding amulets and base rings of health are important parts. Oh, we're going to teach enchanting. Ryan Miller says, with Star Wars, never seen them or played the games? Oh, Ryan, you are missing out. Using some white soul gems and an enchanting station, I produced several simple instances of arcane equipment. Excellent. Alright, so Franco says, make the law central power. So centralization, we need to do legalism. Unfortunately, our technology is still rather low, so still got a lot of work we need to do with that. Franco says, I sub because I love CK2 and I love your voice. Oh, appreciate it, Franco. And Ryan, I would assume that Franco is new because he did just sub, so. Franco says, get your spy master to study technology. Yeah, I did just notice this, that having my spy master over here is giving me a couple bonuses to my light infantry and heavy infantry. Well, Franco, if you can help me with CK2, I would definitely appreciate it, because I attempted to do a tutorial series. Didn't work so well. My liege, loyal servants such as I deserve some recognition and rewards from time to time. It is widely known that you hold huge lands and many titles. So wait. Perhaps the barony of Lolthanis. I am not going to give you this, you son of a bitch. I am happy to grant you this deserved reward, but diplomatically informed of my decision. And Franco says, get your priest to study cultural check. Or cultural tech. I suppose that would be a good thing to do. Okay, so now I just gotta focus on sending the spy master to do legalism. So it looks like this place over here will work. Franco, I like how you spazzed out about him wanting land. No, I wasn't going to give him land. Especially when I only have 3 land. Oh, why can't I go down there? Somewhere around here should have some better legalism, I think. Can I get my spam master all the way down here? No. Well, that little area that's here is kind of better. Are we getting any? No. Well, fudge. Ryan Miller says, as for CK2, I'm not a huge fan of the streams of it, as I don't know what's going on 98% of the time, so I just use it more like a podcast and listen. Well, to an extent, that is kind of part of the whole CK2 experience, especially with the events and that sort of thing. Franco says, what's that wolf on the background? It's not the technology thing. I don't know what was causing the wolf. I remember I did hear it, but I'm not sure what was causing it. If that was something from the mod here, it could be. Alright, we could do a toll station, gain 1.5. I guess we could do that. We're doing anything we can to get money right now. Looking for anything that has money. Money, 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 money. Oh, I can rank up. Hooray! Franco says, try getting some claims. You know how to do that? I do. I can. I know I can send my chancellor to go fabricate claims. Will not let Celine's attitude get to me. So, I mean, like, right now, we are the Archmagister of this whole territory over here. There's also some weird thing going on that there's some territory under us over here, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. And Franco says anything that gives you money is the top priority. I agree with that. Oh, don't do the fabricate claim because that will take a long time. Let's see. I can't destroy that title. I guess I can't make this the capital here, even though I want to. So we'll just hold on to that place right now. Maybe add a small farm. Yes, I would like to know a tip there, Franco. I mean, I know I can do border skirmishes here. Against potential enemies, but I want to be careful going up against these guys, because if we look at the Liege, actually, he doesn't have that many troops compared to us. He's only around half, so we could possibly do it. Hey, we're a Dunmer adult now, so we have better fertility. How's our wife? She's still young. So you become an adult Dunmer at 60. Franco says, I would make the capital the islands. Hold on, let me pause this for a moment. I would make the capital the islands in the top right. It has a river, and it will give you stat bonuses when fighting in the river if they are the ones attacking. So Uradas up here? I suppose that's a possibility. And that would be a good point about using the rivers. Although I guess I technically have some bonuses at Telvanus here. And we have some really weird things going on up here. Yeah, Telvanus, I guess we do have a bit of a boost, given that they have to cross the sea to get over here. I guess perhaps one thing that we should maybe focus on is try and take some territory from this person right here. Franco says, no, take all the lands at Telvanus and make the ones back up as a levy place and income so your army can respond fast. So are you saying take over the particular lordship places that are here? So pretty much take these places from our lesser lords, regardless of if they piss off the vassals or not, and then use those to build up our vassal levies and that sort of thing, and make sort of a big levy focus area, whatever. I think that's pretty much what you're saying to do. Make it a military base, Halloran and Thenum. Oh, with these two as well? Now, Franco, do you have any in the islands on the side? So pretty much grab all of this is pretty much your recommendation. Unfortunately, my domain limit is still a little limited, so hopefully at some point we'll get this legalism going. Have you ever noticed how beautifully and gracefully Lady Amalexia levitates? Said Sirrah Duril of Telmora in the middle of lunch. I beg to differ, Muthsera Ethel of Firewatch responded. Her levitation is magnificent. Both of them immediately turned to me and asked for my opinion. It's graceful. It's magnificent. It's graceful and magnificent. Both of you shut up. Well, let's do graceful and magnificent. And Franco says that's why I recommended the law change. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get my counselor guy. Why can't you go here, counselor guy? Sarah Gallos of Helnim has provided me with proof that Sarah Duril of Telmora has viciously slandering me. How should I use this information? So this guy, where is he? He is out over there. We'll hold on to it. He's kind of far away to try and take some of his land. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go with intrigue. Change things up a little bit. And since you recommended that, let's spy on old Messi here, who's right next to us. See if we can maybe do something. Ooh. We have a weak claim that can be pressed for Oh. They don't really like that. Let's establish a tributary. Now, where is this anyways? Great House Drace. Drace. Barony of Drace. For some reason, it's not showing me anything. So is that just like a temporary title then? Because I have the title of Great House Telvanni. Yeah, titular title. Alright, let's go back to the intrigue, or not the intrigue, the technology screen. Look at the relative spread of legalism again. Is there anywhere that has like full on second level, baby? Not really seeing it. So I'm wondering if perhaps maybe I should be doing, let's see, shrine, bathrooms, tavern, gambling, gate, archers. Doesn't look like any of those actually does it. I think I would have to actually build an academy to do it. Because let's just do a test here. So like, if we're looking at this right now, we're not really doing anything. If we send our spy master out to here, for example, that gives a boost to popular customs. And then if we do, well, let's just build this thing up. Small smithy and see what that does. Alright, Franco says, to get more land, you need to get a character inside your court who has a claim in the land you want. And give him a piece of land when he has land. When you press his claim, it'll be yours if you win. Then revoke it if you really want the land. I found nothing useful about Princess Ulmesi. How about a classic? She takes little boys to bed. 7% chance to find out that I started the rumor. Let's try it. I've gained the deceitful trait. Hooray! Oh, that really helped out some of my stuff there. Alright, can I arrest her? I can. It's considered... Oh yeah, I gotta... Let's see. Why will you not accept my council support, darn it? Ryan Miller asks, hey newbie, are there settlements you can build in Far Harbor? I know there isn't in Nuka World, and it sucks. There's one you can build in Nuka World, but you have to get the power plant up. Another thing in Far Harbor, you have Longfellow's cabin that you can go to. And then you also, I think there's at least one more, but I think 2 more settlements that you can take. The first thing you have to do, though, to get to one of those other settlements, and I'm experiencing this in my playthrough right now, too, is you have to do the big quests to hunt down that Marlurk Queen or whatever. Franco says if he doesn't have any land and you press another guy's claim, you won't get his land. You can build them, but it will cost. And Franco says you have to let your spy master work, man. After a period of time, you'll have more bonuses. And Ryan says, how the fuck do you get the power plant up? I've been trying to figure it out the whole time. Well, if you've defeated them, it's all the way at the top of the tower of the power plant, where you defeat the leader of, in this case, the disciples. Alright, so let's see. I sent my steward to oversee construction in a county, and the building fell apart almost instantly. Then I sent him to collect taxes. He returned with much less than I had anticipated. Do you want to keep your job, then pay up? He'll hate me for that. I can't say I trust him. Not good enough. Let's chastise him. Hey, the people of Telvanus are prospering. Excellent. Ryan says about to kill her now. Yeah, once you kill her, there should be a little place at the top there that you can activate. It'll send up fireworks into the air above Nuka World, and then you just have to go to that one red rocket place that's on the western side of the Nuka World map. Alright, so the Duchy of Telvanus is something that's under our control. Let's see, if I wanted to revoke this title... No... Muthera Gerval. Oh, I could take that place there. Franco says, check your law to see your obligations. My obligations right now are pretty much just this base stuff. I probably should put the burger to be more... Oh, do I even have city vassals? Barony, 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 barony. I only have feudal vassals. Oh wait, no, I have one city person. This guy, that's all the way out, completely outside of my territory even. So yeah, I probably should change that up a little bit. Yes, change it so your vassals, your county and feudal give more army. So turn noble to do more army, and then the burgher, who are the city guys, to give more tax, then? Oh, Omar says, did I hear burger? Or was that something else? It does say burger. It's just Burgher. You get more armies and your vassals will see it as a power, and you'll be seen more powerful, and factions won't be that dangerous. That's a good point. That's a good point. So I guess we could do levy shifted. Oh, I can't do levy shifted noble because everyone hates that apparently. Stupid people. They want to be more tax shifted. This evening, a band of exhausted pilgrims en route to Vivek arrived at my court. They claimed they heard rumors of bandits. I guess we'll try to go for charitable. Franco says, don't. That will give them more power. Yeah, that's what I figure as to why they want that. So I'll actually have to probably get some people here to owe me a favor. Of course, right now, 3 of them are already owing favors to other people, so that kind of sucks. And that one doesn't want to give me a favor. That one doesn't want to give me a favor. And Ethel at least likes me. So yeah, I'm not doing very good here as far as getting my people to be in line. Franco says you can ask them for council support. I was looking at that, but unfortunately, yeah, they don't... The 2 that aren't currently doing favors aren't interested in it, so I have to give a little time for that to stop. Franco says, go to law and go to council and see what you're allowed to do. Fuck. Yeah, they're making things a little difficult, I see. Let's see, my council laws. No one wants to support me there. No one wants to support me there. No one wants to support me there, or there, or there. Oh no, the fuck was Ryan Miller. I just died and had to restart. Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan. Alright, did I finish this little small smithy? Yes. So I wanted to look at something real quick here. So even though we have that small smithy, it's really not doing anything. So I guess we're pretty much just still waiting around for things to get to where we need to be. And Franco says no one will support you there. Yeah, I've pretty much come to that conclusion there. Stupid council. Though I guess we probably still have the short reign negative. Actually, never mind, we don't have the short reign negative anymore. Franco says if you want military technology, you need to go to war. Well, I suppose we could try to go to war here. Take on some of these tribes. If I was to declare war, claim Uveri for my magister. She likes me, though. Oh, that's all the way down there? Then we can do border disputes as well. Alt-Basara. Well, should we do this for Muthsera here? Let me look at my magister. Since she likes me the most, but is she ambitious? She's craven, just stubborn, charitable, zealous, humble. She will like you even more if you press her claim of benefits. Yeah, you know what? I think we can probably try and press her claim here. Let's see. Select that guy, select this guy, select this guy. And Franco says, careful, she mustn't become more powerful than you. That's a good point. The peasants of Telvanus are quite far apart and spread out. Your spy master, Ethel, suggests investing in a provincial messenger system so they can communicate with their kin more easily. 8 gold increases supply limit, and prosperity also goes up. I can also hold a grand tournament. I don't really need to do that, though. Alright. Well, let's take a look, because you bring up a good point. So we have 2.3, 1,600 from our domain. The Magister is at 504. She currently has 2 areas there, so if we grab this one, or was it Uveria? Let's see. Declare war, claim Uveria for her. Well, I think we can do that, so let's go ahead and do it. See what happens. Requisition fishing ships. I don't know what that's about. Alright, so let's bring up our personal military, of which we are leading. Uh-oh. Franco said wait. Oh no. Too late, Franco. We have gone to war. Oh, I was hitting the wrong key there. Is the guy I'm attacking tribal? He is not. He's a theocracy. Though he does have some tribal guys with him. Uh-oh, this one has 503 prestige, which means he might be able to make a tribal army. Uh-oh, we have some guys around here. My liege, I write to you. Oh, you messed up. Oh no, you're making a little revolt risk. Try using river crossings to your advantage. Of course, the big thing is getting them to actually follow me into that, though. But I will have to try and do that. Although, you know, another thing that I could do is probably magic as well. Let's open our skill book. Now, what do we do here? We can boost our martial skill. Might as well do that. We have a good amount that we can use for it. 20. We'll give it a little time, and it boosted us by like 4. And get the land we're doing the war on first. Also, I think there's... Let's see. Increase, decrease. Trying to see if there's a way that I can attack some of these troops here. Perhaps, I wonder if I could attack this guy and somehow hurt his, Oh, reduce construction costs and construction time? I did not know that was an option. Manipulate emotions, deaden fear, obscure information. I'm looking through this to see if there is a way that I can hit this guy in his prestige there. Hasten army, smokescreen. Franco says I gotta go in 10 minutes to school. Oh, you're gonna miss all the fun and excitement here. Terrain mastery, regenerate body. Not seeing anything that necessarily stands out as far as something that I could really use. So instead we'll go to my little thing here. Plus army weapons. Put them together. And I might as well be leading from the front there. And Franco says, be honest, this is a... You said sow paced, but I believe he's meant to say slow paced. And I've put in 800 hours easily. Well, that doesn't really surprise me with this game. Let's see, how many have I put in? Let me switch over here. Yeah, I've only put in 70 hours into Crusader Kings II. Well, that explains why you have much more tips. Franco asks, by the way, you're British, aren't you? I am not British. No, I'm American. But thank you for that, I think, anyways. Uh-oh, we're being attacked over here. But they don't have enough to do it. Excellent. My Snoops overheard Princess Wilmesi of the Great House of Telvanni, as she told shocking lies about her rightful liege. Expose and denounce her. Let's expose and denounce her. Yes, Franco, I am American. I live, not too far from Chicago. Now you might be wondering what I'm doing up at this time of day. Well, the reason for that is just, given my work schedule, it's much easier for me to do streams at this time of day instead of any other normal. Or any other time of day. Okay, so I think I have an idea of how to do this. We'll say yes, this is pointless and just stop that. So I want to try this. Go to this. We're at our spell book. We'll target that province. Maybe? What if I select that now and then do just the low level? Did that do anything? I'm not entirely sure how the fire spell thing works. Still a work in progress trying to figure that thing out. Franco said, you have such a good internet connection. I thought you lived in England. Well, not all of America's horrible internet. Uh-oh, we lost our spy master. Well, who do we got to replace here? Goler is it? Oh, but he's being one of my commanders, isn't he? Yeah. We got Dunmer. Nolian is also a commander, but he's not a good commander. So we'll take him and we'll relieve him as a commander. And Omar says it's midnight at his place. He's probably the only one up to use Wi-Fi. Well, as an only child, and my parents are, you know, a little older, really the Wi-Fi, and not really the Wi-Fi, because I do it via internet or Ethernet. All of that stuff is pretty much, you know, all stuff that I do, so all of the internets belong to me. I wonder if I should be putting some of these vassal levies to work. Probably. You head up there. You guys head over there. Alright, we've taken our target here. Franco says, more martial doesn't make you a better commander. The good commanders are the ones who give benefits from leading, like heavy troops or leading cavalry, or leading the center. Those are the traits that give you the real benefits in a war. Okay. Ah, flee! All of you, flee! Flee down here. Oh, hell. I let them take this place back over. And that was foolish on my part. And defeat the other enemy's smaller troops. Well, I guess that would be this army, but I want to get them away from that river. But they're at my capital now. No. Okay, they're away from the capital. Let's move. Alright, so I'm gonna try this again. If I go to the spellbook and I use Firestorm and use it, I think that's maybe how you do it. Because it looked like that did hurt the troops here. So you gotta use Firestorm when you're in the province, I guess. Oh dear. Oh no, I think we're losing this. And Franco says, next time build a stronghold with 20 gold so the county will be better protected. Like the little fort things? Do those actually do pretty well for defending your counties? Every time I've used them, they've kind of been, I don't know, lackluster. Alright, you head over here. Actually, you know what? Let's head all of our forces here. Then that way we'll be ready to strike against those guys. Hopefully, anyways. Alright, put all of you together. And no, they're just there to slow them down, to be honest, to give you time. Okay. Alright. So we're trying to fight this again. And yes, that is what I'm doing here, Franco. I'm at the capital, letting them attack. And I'm also going to try to use some of my magic here. So they're currently at 1969. If I use a Firestorm, a lesser version, it takes them to 1580. Let's see how we do. We killed someone. Come on, guys. Our defenders are not doing so well. Yeah, we're losing this battle. Oops. Well, we messed that up. Can I surrender this? Yes. I have to pay him a whole lot of money, and I lose prestige, but you know what? We'll do that then. Because this battle is pretty much over. Well, we messed that up. We attempted, did not work out for us. So you mentioned building up forts. I guess we could do that over here. Franco said try going for white peace. Well, we were close to negative 100%, so I don't think we were going to be able to do white peace there. Oh no, we lost our Magister. We have Goras here. He could be pretty useful for it. Alright, vassal levies raised too long, I know. I can level up to Evoker now in the Mages Guild, yay! Now is my wife is still not old enough, she's still young. Arrgh. She's also possessed. And Franco says, put a loyalist in your court? Oh, about my council. Well, let's see. All of these different favors going around in this court here, damn it. It's gonna make things difficult. Because I can't request council support from them. Or them. And everyone else is doing other things. Franco says, I gotta go to high school. I'm sorry, Franco. But it's nice for you to join my stream, and thank you for the tips. Hopefully it'll help me be a better Crusader Kings II player, and we'll only be doing this for maybe another 10 more minutes today. Yeah, I think given, well, at least we got at least one more sub out of this stream. The first sub related to Crusader Kings II, so it might be worth maybe doing at least one more episode for this. Thank you for the love there, Franco. And I'm glad you enjoyed, even if I did fail miserably. Alright, well, I think I should probably... Hello there, Bunny Ip Incorporated Gaming. Says, high school is the best version of school. I don't know. I would kind of almost say college is. At least for me it was. I really liked college. My liege, it pains me to say, but there is a traitor in the realm. The rotten egg is plotting your downfall. I enclose the damning evidence with this letter. I think Sarah Nullian is the real traitor. My spy master. This seems fishy. I should notify the supposed plotter. Well, let's see. That's opinion 40. That's opinion 45. We'll notify the supposed plotter. Franco says you haven't seen the horror. Aww. I actually didn't have much horror in high school. Maybe a little bit in middle school, but not really in high school. And eventually our spy master will hopefully get a little boost, a little event. I think even with this mod they should still get it, right? Yeah, spy masters study technology. He's just not a good spy master. You've recently decided to become a collector of rare artifacts. Why should everyone else enjoy the benefit of finely crafted, ornately decorated elven weapons, and not you? You overhear one day a courtier talking of a local merchant who deals in such rare artifacts. Let's go visit them. And Bunny Ip? says compared to elementary and intermediate, high school is better. I would agree with that. The merchant you overheard about his own shop at the end of the market. You make your way there. Upon entering, you see a large room with many shelves. Each shelf is stacked with various seemingly random items, many of which you are sure are pretty worthless. And we find a few interesting baubles, but nothing truly impressive. I could always do with some more of these. Oh, and those. I get +5 of general opinion, or I can keep browsing. We'll keep browsing. Keep browsing. While browsing the wares, you come across a rare, highly prized weapon forged from volcanic glass. Yes, this will do nicely. It's very expensive, 188 gold, but we finally got our artifact that we were looking for. Now we can show bravery, make a friend, become a warlord. Build a war chest, groom an heir. Grooming an heir would be a good thing, but our wife is still, well, old, or young, or whatever, so... You know what, I think we'll see the realm prosper. It's only 5 years. It'll give us an opportunity to build up the realm. This evening, a band of exhausted pilgrims en route to Vivek arrived at my courts. Let's see, let's try to be charitable. I hate not having an heir to the dynasty. Let's close the skill book for now. I think we can adopt someone though. Borrow from local moneylenders, visit the marketplace, guild hall. Let's check the guild hall. No, this is where we... Oh, nothing really. Refuse minor quests, consult your other decisions. Oh, study a specialization. Thanks to my guild membership, I have access to some of the finest trainers and instructors. With their help, I can receive an education in a variety of advanced specializations. Battle Mage, Bard, or Crusader. Healer, Nightblade, Priest. You know what? I think I want to do Nightblade. That would be fitting for a Dunmer. Omar says, I have seen the horror of homeschooling. No friends, no subjects to relate to. When it comes to talking with women, you start to feel like you're wasting your time doing high school while everyone is doing testing and going somewhere. Aww. My old, sorta boyfriend, whatever. Oh, I need a new court physician. Yeah, he was homeschooled. At least I think through high school. But he actually turned out alright. He wasn't too crazy. I don't think anyways. Let's see, we have an Altmer named Mercano. Isn't there an actual Mercano that shows up in one of the games? I suppose we can take him on. No chance of building a trade fort or trade post, unfortunately. Being such an industrious ruler, you have not gone unnoticed by the population of Lolthanis. By paying the county elders a personal visit, they would surely be inspired, and the peasants would feel particularly appreciated. A small donation would also go a long way. Sure, let's visit. Didn't really do much for the prosperity there, but it did something. Oh, Bunny Ip says you're thinking of Ancano, and he's a high elf. Ancano, yeah. He's, is he part of the Thalmor? I think, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know. I'm a human supremacist, or a man supremacist. I, don't pay much attention to the various, high elves. Omar says, be right back, need to check on my noodles. That would be a good thing, Omar. Now, this land organization thing. I'm not entirely sure what that goes to. We actually have a couple of those options here. Archer quarters for more archers. I think it would probably, well, let's see. Heavy, special. We don't have any battle mages in this army. So you know what? I think we'll do the Velothi infantry quarters on the next, when we get the money for it. Because that'll give us 10 battle mages, plus infantry, archers, and spearmen. So. And these want a rider's quarters. Oh, this thing. For light cavalry. Bunnyup says he tries to steal the Eye of Magnus in the College of Winterhold. Yeah, that's the guy. The guy who you have like an instant knowing that he's going to be a bad guy as soon as you meet him when you start the College of Winterhold quest. Alright, I'm still looking around. I could have sworn that there was some way that you can adopt. I don't think it was the marketplace. Title decision. Oh, employment list. I think that's what it was. Teaching people healing. Adopt an orphan. So what do I have to do for this? Age is greater or equal to 100. And everything else is good. So we have to be at 100. And we're only at 68 right now. But I have a lot of different people that I can bring into my employ if I really want to. So something to consider there at least. Alright, so Princess Ulmesi, and like no one here is going to support me now. But at least only one person is doing returning a favor. So let's go back to the council and see, or at least it showed only one person returning a favor. You are not going to support me. You are also not going to support me. You I can't do anything from. I need to like purge my council. It started as an uneasiness around quests or guests and strangers, then evolved into awkwardness. I could become shy or try to be gregarious but stressed. Let's try that. According to your marshal, Ender Seleth, the peasants of Lothanis are having frequent troubles with highwaymen and beasts. Let's see. A safe peasant is a productive peasant. Yes. Eventually, Lothanis is going to get boosted in prosperity. Oh, and whatever we had for Telvanus went away because we were hit with that raiding and all that. Bastards. Bastards. A traveling poet who calls himself a bard arrived today. If he does anything wrong, I will break every bone in his body. What is this guy anyways? Oh, that's a Dunmer, but it's a really light Dunmer. A good for nothing? Ah, you know what? Screw the temple. Alright, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think we need to kind of maybe plot to kill some of these guys. So let's see. That is... Oh, we lost a Magister. Let's see. Berain, my wife, could become Magister. And she would at least be loyal to us. She's not very good at it, though. We got Mercano here, our court physician. But he's not quite a loyalist either. You know what? Let's do this guy. He's not great at it, but it'll work. It'll work. Court mage. We'll do Mercano as well. Alright, well, we at least have one person who's a loyalist now. Next. Let's see. Oh, I suppose I should probably plan to end it here for today, but let's at least look through some of these guys. We can kidnap or we can kill. Prepare to steal an artifact. Looking at my options to take these guys out. Muthsera Endar. Bunyip says, fire the ones with outstanding favors. And Ryan Miller asks, random question, because if so, they're always entertaining. Well, sure, go ahead, Ryan. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that, Bunyip. Let's see. Oh, can I even change? Grant and ask to join plot, appoint commander. I can change council position. Alright, well, one, we have our steward to take out. Uvren here would support us. Alright, we got 2 people supporting us now. Ryan Miller asks, do you have any date relationship horror stories? Not particularly. I don't believe anyways. I've generally avoided most of those troubles. Oh, I've had a rather boring dating life. And they're still not. Eventually that place will... What if I crown focus there? Nah. That would be a waste. Alright, next. No, you bastard! Muthsera Nolian Gur. Okay, I need to get rid of Nolian, I think, here. He's the one that's being the biggest problem. And he's not even a good spy master. So, let's go do some hiring. Employ a spy master. Yay, she likes us. Okay, that got rid of it. And so now we should be able... And everyone supports it now. Okay. Where's that lady? There she is. Oh, almost everyone is going to support it. My family member. You. Request council support. Yes. Let's see. How do you cycle backwards? I wish I knew. Oh well. Alright, 61% chance. Failed. She's raised her flag in rebellion. We'll raise our army to quash her. Like a bug that she is. Alright, so we're gonna lead from the front there. I got Goler, and we have whatever. Yes, go try and attack. Try. Let's see. Let's obligate the vassal. Oh, I have technology now that I can get. Yay! Alright, what's our main force made up of? Mostly heavy infantry, it looks like. Although I could do shipbuilding or siege equipment. But let's do heavy infantry. That'll be a nice boost. And it looks like the infrastructure stuff really doesn't do anything as far as improvements, as far as I can tell. At least nothing is listed, anyways. It could be that it's actually on here, but... So that's shipbuilding, castle infrastructure, and military organization. Improved keeps helps with fort level, so let's do castle infrastructure. And we have a lot of magicka, but we don't really need to use it here. We're doing pretty well on our own. And I think we wiped out the whole army there, which means we're pretty much good enough to end this. Alright, let me keep it moving for a moment here, then pause. Now can I revoke a title? Reduces opinion, but she's a traitor, so our vassals will not object. Title revocation law enabled in Great House Telvanni. Grant titles, revoke titles. Ruler? Alright, let's get to the ruler title revocation. Alright, now can we revoke it? Title revocation law enabled. We have Great House Telvanni. It's not part of inheritance. Realm. Oh, duh. Oh, hell, I just messed that up. What the hell? I didn't scroll down, so I didn't actually see it. Fail. Fail. Alright, well in that case, I think we're going to end it here for today. At least I know... Oh, I don't even have the legalism for it, though. So I couldn't do it anyways. Welcome back, Omar. Though I think we're going to end it here for today. We captured this princess girl. Prince Uvrum seems to be interested. You missed the entire war, Omar. We took out both of these people. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that I don't have title revocation. And I can't even get it until I get Legalism 1, so we're kind of screwed on that a little bit. So thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you stay notified on all of my streams and videos. I think we had a decent enough interest here that I will continue with Crusader Kings II's, well, the other Kings mod when we go on to Sunday. Yeah, Sunday we'll do Elder Kings again. And tomorrow, well, we'll be doing Fallout 4 again, so, and hopefully getting a little closer to completing Far Harbor. So, thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see y'all see you all later. I can't talk right now, don't mind me. Thanks for watching, folks.